Don't you hear your mama calling? Don't you hear your mama calling? She calling you. Oh, she calling you. She called like her house on fire. She called like her house on fire. It's burning down. Oh, it's burning down. You better run along to that fire. You better run along to that fire. Say, run, boy, run. Oh, run, boy, run. Run, boy, run. Oh, run, boy, run. Run, boy, run. Oh, run, boy, run. So yeah, that comes down from Holly Dew, that song. The rest of what I'm going to do, that one is in public domaining. The rest of what I'm going to do tonight is original songs. But that last one, it just seemed like the right song for this time on this planet. Oops, I'm wrapped up here. There we go. All right, this one's called Faith in My Pocket. Has a whole story for it, but here we go. Oh, I thought I saw a shooting star. It was a cigarette thrown from a trucker's window. Life can be as rough as a Mississippi highway. Knock your daddy down for the count, 1, 2, 3. The leaves are gonna fall, the geese are gonna fly away. I'm gonna drop my needle in the hay. I'm gonna lay a fat kiss on the cold, wet cheeks of winter and watch her blush. I'm gonna rub her clammy hands until her icy blue eyes begin to glimmer. Oh, she make me shiver. Oh, she make me shiver. Life can be as rough as a Mississippi highway. Knock your daddy down for the count, 1, 2, 3. The leaves are gonna fall, the geese are gonna fly away. I'm gonna drop my needle in the hay. Oh, I'm gonna lay a fat kiss on the cold, wet cheeks of winter and watch her blush. I'm gonna rub her clammy hands until her icy blue eyes begin to glimmer. Oh, she make me simmer. Oh, she make me simmer. Oh, winter, won't you drop a bit of faith in my pocket? Winter, won't you drop a bit of faith? Winter, won't you drop a bit of faith in my pocket? Faith in my pocket. Winter, won't you drop a bit of faith in my pocket? Winter, won't you drop a bit of faith? Winter, won't you drop a bit of faith in my pocket? Faith in my pocket. Oh, thank you so much. It's so quiet. Isn't this lovely? I know one friend of mine talked to me and she's worried. Just so you know, it's me on the stage by myself and everyone's out there with masks on. It's just like 5 camera people, right? What does that mean? Oh, someone's clapping, one of the film people. Anyhow, so we're being safe here. No one's being exposed. I just want you to know that because I know people worry for good reason. This is a love song. It's called Your Eyes. Oops. You can. Here we go. You can be the wind and I can be the windfall. You can be the wish and I can be the well. Dizzy from the dive, I'm spinning like a lighthouse. Your eyes, your eyes. You can be the wave and I can be the wingspan. You can be the wick and I can be the wax. Blazing through the night, the doves are flying homeward. Our lips are stained with the wine of the ages. Eternity holds your stare. You can be the wind and I can be the windfall. You can be the wick and I can be the match. Blazing through the night, the doves are flying homeward. Your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. Your eyes, your eyes. It just keeps going. Thank you. What do we got? Okay. I'm going to do a couple of my older songs. These are both kind of signature songs of mine. The first one is called Inside Every Bird. The text was co-written with Angus Balbirnie from Scotland. Angus, if you're out there. Angus is a brilliant writer and theater director and dance anyhow. Angus, hi Angus, in Scotland. Who knows, he might actually be watching. But yeah, we co-wrote the text, the words to this song. It's called Inside Every Bird. Usually I'd have everyone sing along. So those of you who know it, and even those of you who don't, there's a chorus, feel free to jump in. Here we go. Make sure we got that. Inside every bird, there's a smaller bird flying faster, and inside that bird there flies another. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da da. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da da. Beneath every wave, there's a larger wave. Rolling slower, and beneath that wave there rolls another. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da da. La da 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 da, la da da da, la da da. Behind, pardon me, let me do that again. Behind every word, there's another word spoken softer, and behind that word the sound of laughter. La la da 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 la da da la da da. La da 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 la da da da. Sing along if you like. Here we go. La da 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 la da da da. La da da da, la da da da, la I'm getting the sense that that the accordion isn't working properly in the sound. No, just because a tech guy just came up and played with it. Let's see. One half. Okay, let's check the bass. Do you want to come through the monitor? Yeah, I'm forgetting. It's not Jeff. Laird. Are you getting that? Yeah? Are you getting this? We're good now? Okay, good. Great. So this next one, this song, this goes out to one of my favorite characters from literature. I always really had a soft spot for the guy. I always felt bad for him. So this song goes out to Judas of Iscariot. You know, everyone plays their role, and what he did was really important. And I don't know. I don't think he should be vilified. I don't think anything should be vilified. You know, my phone's up here somewhere beeping. I hope no one calls me. I don't know where it is, but it's on the stage somewhere. I just heard it. I think it might be inside my banjo case. Oh, well. Okay, so the song is called Saint Judas, which, of course, is, you know, ironic. But if you don't know the story of Judas, then some of this might go over your head, but that's okay. Here we go. Saint Judas. Saint Judas, Saint Judas, Saint Judas. You got a shot glass scar on your forehead. You got holes in the soles of both of your boots. You're a movie where the good guys are bad and the bad guys are good. You like your whiskey neat as a military sheet, so you drink it straight from the bag. But the kiss on the lips that whiskey is kissing, they about to execute an innocent man. Saint Judas, with your noose on tight, Saint Judas, guide us through the night, Saint Judas. Bottoms up to your buddy, 'cause somebody had to take the blame. You got a stack of cash in your pocket. Oh, you sold them for the price of a slave. But at the end of the day, which of you is the slave? Oh, you both got your price to pay. Oh, Jericho, it fell to the trumpets. Oh, in heaven it's gonna fall to the hounds. Oh, but you'll take your fall like a tightrope walker, but you'll never hit the ground. No, you'll be dancing on nothing. David, he's the saint of the poets. Julian, he's the saint of the clowns. Oh, well, now you're the saint of the sinners, boy. So won't you buy us all another round? Oh, buy us all another round. Saint Judas, with your noose on tight, Saint Judas, guide us through the night, Saint Judas. Bottoms up to your buddy, 'cause somebody had to take the blame. Bottoms up to your buddy, 'cause somebody had to take the blame. Bottoms up to you, buddy, 'cause somebody had to take the blame. Say Judas. Okay, what do we got? Okay, I'm gonna do. So I've been playing. Oh well. Try that again. So I've been playing jaw harp since I was a kid. But a few years ago, I was introduced by a Russian master. They call it Vodgan, where he's from. Player who plays melodically. There are melodic traditions for this instrument. Now, what you're seeing here, the jaw harp is this. This is really a moonharpa from Norway. But these are handles. I have arthritis in my hands, so these are handles that I came up with a friend of mine. So anyhow, I learned this melodic style. It's how they play, and one way they play in Norway, Estonia, Rajasthan, Sicily, the mountains of Colombia, and Kyrgyzstan. There might be more. If I miss someone, forgive me. It's really a not very common technique in the Western Hemisphere. But I was really lucky to learn it from them. So if you listen, so I just played do, re, mi, fi, so, fi, mi, re, do. See if you can hear that. So I'm going to play a piece I wrote called For Irina for a great jar player from Russia. I dedicated this to her. I've written a bunch of pieces for the instrument. Anyhow, starts out like as an air, you could say, really slow, and then it goes into a jig, and then I'm going to do a little polyrhythmic stuff in the middle, and anyhow, you'll see. Here we go. For Irina. Well, Bonnie and Sarah, I think at the beginning mentioned, I have a single. I recorded this. The single is available. It just came out. It's on Spotify and, wherever you get your music. I have to retune, so I'll try to tune and talk. So this song, I recorded it with Carla Kilstead, a singer and violinist from Tin Hat, Trio, and Sleepy Time, Gorilla Museum, and a bunch of other groups. 2 Foot Yard. Amazing, amazing violinist and singer. I'm really lucky. I've known her for a long time, and I'm really grateful that she came to work on this with me, this piece. So the recording is just the two of us standing in a room together, no overdubs or anything, just me on banjo, her on fiddle. And, okay, I'm going to tune. So this song I wrote for my grandmother, Dorothy Farrar. Dorothy Neal, who became Dorothy Farrar. She and, see, I'm having a hard time talking. Thank you for your patience. Banjos are tricky this way. So I was in Reno. I was on tour some years ago, and I like to go hiking when I'm touring. And I went up the Truckee River into the hills west of Reno, and I was sitting on the bank of the river on these cottonwood roots that extended over the water. So the water was going underneath me, and I had my banjo. And I was thinking about my grandmother and my grandfather and how they lost a child in childbirth, and how that's just got to be one of the most challenging things to experience. So I really feel for anyone who's been through that. And so I wrote this. It's called Cottonwood. And the reason what hit me as I was sitting on those roots of that tree is how resilient cottonwoods are. They're one of the only deciduous trees that can make it in high altitudes. And I was thinking about that resilience. And so this is called Cottonwood. Cottonwood, cottonwood, desert high. Cottonwood, cottonwood, by and by. Cottonwood, cottonwood, leaves of green. Cottonwood, cotton on the morning breeze. Cottonwood, cotton in the morning breeze. There she sat by the riverside. Cottonwood shade, my cottonwood bride. She said, come, baby, come to me. Cottonwood, cotton falling down on she. Cottonwood, cotton falling down on she. And I went down to meet her there. Cottonwood light in a cottonwood hair. I held her close, she held me sweet. Cottonwood, cotton falling down on we. Cottonwood, cotton falling down on we. She said, baby, I got good news. Cottonwood joy and the cottonwood truth. Put your hand right here and you'll see. Cottonwood, cotton growing up in me. Cottonwood, cotton growing up in me. Summer come and summer go. Cottonwood, autumn in the cottonwood grove. She was sunny as she could be. Cottonwood cradle neath the cottonwood tree. Cottonwood cradle neath the cottonwood tree. Winter come, the wind did blow. Cottonwood sleet and the cottonwood snow. She said, baby, I do believe cottonwood, cotton about to fall from me. Cottonwood, cotton about to fall from me. She pushed all night, she pushed all day. Cottonwood cries and the cottonwood pain. She took my arms and held them tight. Cottonwood fear for the cottonwood life. Cottonwood fear for the cottonwood life. He finally came without a sound. Cottonwood cold as the cottonwood ground. She held him to her breast. Cottonwood tears in the cottonwood nest. Cottonwood tears in the cottonwood nest. Laid him down neath the cottonwood tree. Cottonwood, cotton, his name would be. We held each other through the storm. Cottonwood, cottonwood, keep us warm. Cottonwood, cottonwood, keep us warm. Cottonwood, cottonwood, desert high. Cottonwood, cottonwood, by and by. Cottonwood, cottonwood, leaves of green. Cottonwood, cotton on the morning breeze. Cottonwood, cotton on the morning breeze. Cottonwood, cotton in the morning. There you go. Whoops. I don't know where to put this. Okay. I'm going to do this one. Also for the same grandmother, Dorothy. Before she passed away for about a year or so, whenever we talk on the phone, I'd call her up, and she'd always finish the conversation with, okay, we may never talk again. I love you. Please know I love you. And other people would say to her when she'd say that, no, don't say that. And I was like, okay, Grandma, I get it. I understand. It's age appropriate. You're ready to go. So I wrote this poem and then set it to music. It's called Grandmother Daydreams, and it's me imagining her. I'm writing from how I imagine her perspective as an aged woman ready to pass. So here we go, Grandmother Daydreams. Okay, here we go. Memory, my fickle friend, I've never known you well. The faded scenes you recommend, they ring a a distant bell, the blemishes, the blooms, the laughter and perfume. My children's children have children of their own. Memory, my weathered friend, don't leave me here alone. Apples to cider, kindling to fire, the rusted fenders on a 47 coupe. November brings the greenest dreams. The moon swings back around. Memory, my feathered friend, let's take a ride to town. Let's take a ride to town. Okay. Isn't this set amazing? So nice. I want to thank you guys, Bonnie and Simon. They're my main connections here. Of course, there's other folks too. Thanks to everyone. But Bonnie and Simon called me up and said, "Hey, you want to come to Vashon and play a concert?" It's nice. I did play a concert in Alameda in someone's front porch last week to get ready for this. Because I haven't played a show in a long time, so I had to relearn all my songs, you know. But I'm really glad to be here. It's been a great trip. So I'm going to play, okay. So I'm writing a larger work right now for choir. So I'm a choral director. I direct a choir in San Francisco. And I compose for all different types of instruments and what have you. But I've been sitting, I have mental illness. I have bipolar, and I'm really out about it. After my last hospital stay a couple years ago, decided to talk about it more. And so this piece I'm working on, this larger piece, I'm calling it touched. You know how people say that, like, oh, they're touched, and a little crazy. So yeah, I'm a little touched. And I've been setting all these poems by poets who had mental illness. I'm setting them to music. And the vision is to have an ensemble, ideally strings and percussion, like orchestral, with the choir and soloist, vocal soloist. And then I'm talking with my friend Joe Kreider from Flyway Productions in San Francisco. So they're aerialists, and they do all this aerial dance. And she and I have been working together since, I think I remember it was 93 the first time we worked together, so 27 years. What you're about to hear is really meant for strings and percussion and choir and dance company. But I've worked out a version that I can do solo. It's called Glass and Vapor. The text is by Lord Byron, who also had bipolar. So this is Glass and Vapor. And this is my baritone sax. This thing, she turns 100 in 2 years. Really old horn. Yeah. And the horn is super cold, so let's see how this goes. Okay, yeah. So I can get closer to the mic. Oops, here, just a second. There we go. Oop. Okay, here we go. To those who by the dint of glass and vapor discover stars and sail in the wind's eye. There you go. Woo. All right. So here's another one from that body of work I was talking about called Touched. This is a poem by Sarah Teasdale that I set to music. It's really meant for choir, again, but you know, with all these harmonies and stuff. But here's the solo version. Let it be forgotten. Let it be forgotten as a flower is forgotten, forgotten as a fire that once was singing gold. Let it be forgotten forever and ever. Time is a kind friend, he will make us old. If anyone asks, say it was forgotten long and long ago. As a flower, as a fire, as a hushed footfall in a long forgotten snow. As a flower, as a fire, as a hushed footfall in a long forgotten snow. All right. This next one. There we go. So this song is off my album. I recorded with Wendell Brunius, who's the leader of the old Preservation Hall band and the reconstituted now called the Preservation Hall Legacy Band. So it's recorded with him and Lauren Pickford and Larry Siebert, all these. Latasha Brown, who some of you guys might know from NBC, Black Voters Matter, She's on there all the time. She's the backup singer on the album. So it's really meant for four horns, and the whole band. But here's my solo version. But you can get this, as was mentioned earlier, I have a bunch of albums out, and you can find them online. But there's one called Mark Growden and the New Orleans Heavies. And this is from that album. It's called The Love of It All. I wrote it during a period I just finished heavy touring for about a year. And I had an artist residency in the hills north of Taos. And my very first night there, I walked out, and the moon was shining in the snow, and it was my first time off. I had like 3 weeks at this artist residency just to write music and relax. Oh my God, it was so nice. I really needed it. And this song came about at that time. The Love of It All. The moon, she is smiling down from the night. The snow at my feet is shining so bright. I remember, oh, I recall this feeling, the love of it all, the love of it all. The embers, they bring out the blaze in your eyes. The chimney is scribbling our names in the sky as December devours the fall in velvet. The love of it all, the love of it all. Oh, the rising, the falling, the rhythm, the rain, the light of the heavens alive in my veins. Midnight is blinding, it burns with the love of it all, the love of it all. The silence is wide, your comfort is deep. Come, let the evening sing us to sleep like a briar. Climbing a wall for the roses, the love of it all, the love of it all. Oh, the rising, the falling, the rhythm, the rain, the light of the heavens alive in my veins. Midnight is blinding, it burns with the love of it all, the love of it all, the love of it all, the love of it all. All right. This one is from the same album, from the New Orleans Heavies album. This one, the music, is written by someone I love so effing much. I don't know if we're allowed to cuss here, but I don't need to cuss. But Miles Boyson, I don't know if you're watching right now, but he wrote this. He wrote the tune, and then my friend Isabel Washburn and I wrote the text together. And Miles, he's been playing guitar with me now. Let's see, my daughter's 24, so that means he and I have been together 25 years playing music. And I just want to shout out to him because I love him so dearly. He's such a good friend. Been there thick and thin. It's not easy staying, it's hard when you have mental illness. It's hard to sustain relationships for a long time, because you do crazy shit sometimes. And he's just stuck with me no matter what. And I thank you, Miles. I love you. So this is called Sunday Afternoon. I know it's Sunday evening, but close enough, right? Oops, let me try again. Monday was mountain roads, Tuesday was valley lows, Wednesday was waking up to Thursday's woes, Friday was up all night, Saturday breaking down to cry. I can be your Sunday afternoon. Baby, I know you're tired. Life's had us running wild. How about we take the time to slow it down and forget it? Why don't you get yourself right over here? Let me be your Sunday afternoon. Oh, I know I ain't no walk along the riverside. I ain't no picnic with your friends. I ain't no holiday, no second line swinging. But I'm yours and I love you. Come, let me console you and bring you something easy. Monday was mountain roads, Tuesday was valley lows, Wednesday was waking up to Thursday's woes, Friday was up all night, Saturday breaking down to cry. I can be your Sunday afternoon. Let me be your Sunday afternoon. Oops, I can hear that breaking up. Let me try something. I can hear it. How we, is the sound, is the banjo? Laird, is the banjo? We're good? I wrote this to entertain my older kids when they were little. It's a love song. Well, a couple of years ago, when I was riding 999 through these here parts, I met a pretty little cowgirl. She wanted my heart. Well, I said, pretty little lady, how would you like a bit of company? Oh, I'll make better supper. Then won't you settle a little while with me? Sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while, my pretty little gal, sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while, my pretty little gal, sit a little while with me. Well, we went down to the chapel, and we made a vow. Oh, I'll never leave you. I love all of you and how. Sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while, my pretty little gal, sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while, my pretty little gal, sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while with me, sit a little while, my pretty little gal, sit a little while with me. All right, well, a couple more for you. I'm gonna do this one. This is another jaw harp piece. This one's called For Tyler. I wrote one book of new music composed for this instrument, and I'm working on a second one. And all the pieces in the second book each one is dedicated to a different player around the world. So this one goes to Tyler Heibeck, who's also the president of the board of the nonprofit that I work with. Anyhow, Tyler, another dear friend, this goes out to you. This is a little more, well, you'll see. I'm gonna do one more. I'll play jaw harp again. This is a lower one, different style. I will use a technique where I'm playing melodically. It's a Kyrgyz. I've heard it in Kyrgyzstan. They do this. You hear they're like boom, 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 boom. So anyhow, I'm just gonna improvise something for you. One more thing for you guys, medley. Those of you who are watching, I have, when I've watched people perform on Facebook, they're always like saying hi to everyone in the chat and stuff, and they can see who's there. I have no idea who's watching. But those of you who are watching, thank you for supporting live-ish music. And I'll tell you, those of you who are been following my work, I have 2 more releases that I'll be releasing soon. One is St. Judas solo. It's the album I did, St. Judas, but the songs, and I do them all solo. Then I have another EP with my group from New Orleans, so keep your eyes out for those. Those will be coming out soon. And this is called The Gates and Take Me to the Water. Seems like a fitting song for our times. Here we go. So yeah, this is my last bit of music. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, you guys. Thanks, everyone. Oh yeah, turn the accordion up. Thanks to Kimrick Smythe for fixing my accordion. It was totally battered, and I had to get it fixed to come up and do the show. But it sounds really good. Kimrick Smythe. Okay. So thank you for having me. If the gates that hold the tears of this world were to open, we'd all be washed away. If the stories those tears have to tell were spoken, we'd nothing left to say. The gates that hold the tears of this world were to open, we'd all be washed away. If the stories those tears have to tell were spoken, the gates can't take the weight anymore. The river is washing them away. We could swim back to the shore. Oh, the tide is so strong today. The gates can't take the weight anymore. The river is washing them away. We could swim back to the shore. Oh, the tide is so strong today. Time to drift and pray. Oh, take me to the water. Oh, take me to the water. Oh, won't you take me to the water? Lay me down at her side. Take me to the water. So those of you who know my stuff know that I usually have a whole audience singing right now. So go ahead and echo me if you want. Take me to the water. Take me to oh, take me to the water. Take me to the water. Lay me down at her side. Listen to her calling. Listen to her calling. Listen to her calling. She's calling out your name. Oh, take me to the water. Oh, take me to the water. Oh, won't you take me to the water? Oh, take me to the water. Everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. Oh, you're all welcome. Be you a virgin or a sinner or a saint. Take me to the water. Take me to the water. Oh, take me to the water. Oh, take me to the water. 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 Lay me down. Lay me down. Lay me down at her side. There you go. Thank you. Thanks, VashonLIVe. Thanks, Mom and Dad. I love you, Mom and Dad. I love you, Bella. I love you, Blue. I love you, Guyan. I love you, Buck. Those are my kids. Anyhow, thanks for coming. Am I supposed to do something now? Should I dance?